Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, on the base. Mike 44. Hey, I'm coming. What's the end? Let's go. Come on. Watch twist. He's coming. We got double squeeze.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Ingram again, a first down carry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check, 48's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, check. Easy.
On 2nd down now, it's Conner. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. Check out route. Hop. Jumping.
On the draw, this is Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Hero 15. 48 for Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. From the gun, it's Jackson. The 20. He finds Roberts, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check. Fresno. Switch.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Past the 20. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run with Conner. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Mahomes rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, look, 48. Look, that's my side.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way to creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Ingram again. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch right. Let's go, D.
Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. William Hayes. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson finds Roberts left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. from the 29. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. William Hayes picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete to Brown, right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Hayes getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go, G. Here I come. Mike 50.
Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Ingram. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Snead's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chiefs 41.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I got you. I got you.
They start with a give to counter. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to Cotter here on first. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Flush to his right, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 48. Got one. 48 for Mike. Delta. 48 for Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw. This is caught at the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
48 for Mike.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Ravens on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Sam Cook now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.